Okay, let's jump in. I thank you very much, Kyla, for noticing that the the stream information had not been updated. I did remember to update the information. I forgot to press the upload button that actually makes a change on the server. Hi, everyone. It's me, Sean. It's another afternoon stream. We're starting a new game. Sunless Sea from 2015, a game that surprisingly I haven't played, which is, that's kind of a big part of my motivation for doing these streams, is to finally play games that I probably should have played a long time ago. Sunless Sea, if you're not familiar with it, it did get a little bit of popular recognition, I think, but it's a game by Failbetter in the Fallen London universe, which I see Kyla saying that she played a lot of Fallen London on Facebook back in the day. I did too, not actually on Facebook, but they had a web server that I think was exactly the same thing. And Fallen London was a fascinating little game early in the era of time lock mechanics, like Farmville style. You have a limited number of actions and you do some things and then you have to wait. I guess the more abstract, like you literally have an energy meter and you get a certain amount of energy every hour or something like that. And so it sort of like paces you as a player in what you can do and allows you to purchase more actions through microtransactions. And I spent, not like whale money, but a not insignificant amount of money on Fallen London, I don't know, in 2012 maybe? Oh no, earlier than that. In 2000, probably 8 or 9. Anyway. It's a good game. It is a mostly narrative, sort of like kind of a branching path story with a little bit more system, inventory, and things like that, that is very atmospheric, and it creates this sort of like really interesting and complex and pretty coherent world of, I think they call it Victorian Gothic. It is a very sort of cosmic horror, alternate reality. It's like steampunk but with Cthulhu, but like not it's steampunk and then Cthulhu attacks. Like Cthulhu's been here. Like we've started mining Cthulhu for energy resources or something. Like we live in this world of bizarre horror. It's pretty cool. Anyway, Sunless Sea I think is the same world but a different type of game. Certainly in that it's not like microtransaction based, but still a like largely narrative game. And I don't know for sure. I don't remember if this game is done in Ink. I think it is, which is a scripting language for interactive narrative. That was used for like 80 days, for example. So I'm expecting something sort of in the same world as 80 days, with some procedural narrative and lots of decision making and puzzles and things like that. And also you are a sea captain and you're probably going to go crazy and eat your crew. There was a cool, I wasn't able to capture it, but there was a cool not a foreword, but like there was a quote by John Conrad or something that came up before the title that said be bold and explore and take risks. Your first captain will probably die. Maybe some later ones will survive. So I'm We'll see. We'll see what that means. I think it means that, like, it's probably a game that it's got a... We'll see. We'll see. I was going to say, like, a roguelike component to it, but that's probably not quite right. But it probably has, like, a cyclical play loop to it, where, like, you're not just going to start this game once. You're probably going to start it a few times. I hit continue because it was the first button, but I don't actually have a game to continue. And I think that maybe I broke the game by doing that. Whoops. Let's try that again. Well, now you'll get to see the quote, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Joseph Conrad. Explore, take risks. Your first captain will probably die. Later captains may succeed. Let's try a new game. A pneumatic rat sender can assist with a battle repairs. Okay. Captain's making. 3 decades ago, in the reign of Victoria, London was stolen by bats. Now it lies a mile below the surface. It was dreadfully inconvenient for everyone, but it opened a vast black ocean to you. Welcome to the Undersea. Choose a pass, decide who you were, or decide later. Let's go ahead and choose a pass. You now lodge in a room above the blind helmsman. Okay. Who were you? You're now a captain, but you belong to the Undersea. Who were you before? Street urchin? A poet? A veteran of the campaign of 68? An ordained priest? Or a natural philosopher? I sort of like the idea of a poet or a natural philosopher. Your peculiar theories on time, blood, and starlight brought you down to beneath the cavern where London lies, and now take you out to sea. This will give you a bonus to mirrors, the skill of detection and perception. Let's do it. Your acquaintance, the plausible surgeon. This is a thing. This is sort of like part of the house style for Fallen London, at least, is the sort of like odd pairing of capitalized adjectives and nouns. So the plausible surgeon will serve as a ship's doctor until you find someone better. Talk to him about why he went to Z. Okay, so are these all things that I could click, or these are all sort of giving me information? I've gained 20 echoes. Echoes are the currency of the bizarre. You've gained 25 mirrors, which is detection and perception. This is reminding me of systemically how Fallen London, which I'm now remembering I think is called Echo Bazaar, worked. It is entirely inventory based. Like, the state of the game is largely, at least, determined by your inventory. And your inventory contains a variety of tangible and intangible things. So mirrors is what we would think of as a stat in other games, in like an RPG, but it is treated as an inventory slot that we gain sort of mirrors in. At the same time, something like echoes, which is a currency, this is how you would expect it to be treated, same system for a plausible surgeon, right? A companion character that sort of slots into our inventory. And also, this one doesn't say it in the same way, but it's implied by your a stranger quality has gone. Welcome to the world. A stranger is an inventory item that I had that sort of affected my status, and I lost that when I defined who my what my past was. I believe that this game is designed in this way because that is how Echo Bazaar, the original Fallen London, was designed. I don't know the history of that design, if there are specific sort of reasons that they did that, but you can sort of understand. Oh my god, we haven't even started the game and I'm going to go off on such a tangent, but in the late 2000s, when this was being developed as an online game, as like a persistent online game where, that's the business model, is it has to exist on a server so that it can keep track of how much energy you have so that it can charge you to refill your energy quicker than usual. So it is the game data for any given player profile, for their save of the game, their game state, is a database of like a MySQL database on a LAMP server that is tracking information about their particular profile world state. And there are lots of ways that you could do that. There's no reason why you couldn't sort of take a more traditional approach to saving world state data in a database, but it does lend itself really neatly to sort of giving each player profile a series of entries as essentially characteristics attached to their player, like inventory items that define the state of the world that they find themselves in. I'm just going to double check this. Okay, I believe that I have set all of the Twitch notification. Oh no, dang it. There we go. All right, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for keeping me on my toes. So, that, I think, is the origin of it, right? Like, that's not a let's sit down and design a game that works in this particular system, but looking at technologically, this was a completely different way to design a game system in terms of like a game platform. And this is a way of thinking about how you organize game data that fits with that particular technology. And so I think that's where it comes from. And then this is obviously a completely different game platform, but because of that legacy, I think they translate that same sort of system to this. Okay, can I click on these things? I can't yet. I'm in like a whole deal. All right, well, choose an ambition. What does meaning mean to you? Your father's bones. I'm a naturalist. My curiosity about the world brought me here. So my father was lost at Z, maybe. Fulfillment, gather 100 tales. That's pretty interesting. Wealth, you know how it is to be poor. A private kingdom, establish a colony where you are absolute ruler. A utopia, perhaps. Perhaps. I can't choose this now. Might find an opportunity to switch to it later in the game. Okay, that's pretty rad. I'm going to go with fulfillment for now. Because that means that even terrible things will count towards my goal of collecting 100 stories. Whenever you return to Fallen London, you have the option of retiring, but you'll need to write your masterwork first. Got it. Love it. Captain, an irregularity with the Harbor Master's office. They wish to know what term of address do you prefer? Sure. Madam, Sir, Citizen. A term of address popular among those egalitarian sentiment. Okay. My lord, that's pretty good. Or my lady, or captain will do perfectly well ashore as well as at sea. Thank you. Okay, so I am a naturalist in search of stories. I am going to go with, I like this. I like the presumption of my lord and this sort of like question of whether it's true or not. Maybe it's true. Pleasure to welcome you on board, my lord. Oh no, that's too rhymey. I didn't read the last piece of advice. Well, oh boy. Oh boy, that's pretty rad. I like that. I want to be somebody who looks like a storyteller or a story. Oh, I like that one. This one's okay, but this one is speaking to me. Yeah. I'm getting kind of like a Darwin vibe. I like it. I'm down. Okay. I need a name. Lord. Somebody pitch me a name. Like, I feel like Lord, like something ostentatious. This diver, Hubert, you like? That is also good. I feel like that's a very practical sort of a look. Blumenthal. Let's do it. Sinistro. That's pretty good too. All right, let's do Blumenthal. So this looks like a series of like event notifications. Maybe I'm gonna click on. I should have looked at what was here, but I clicked on this instead. The much lamented M. Demo found a watery grave long ago. Perhaps your round will be no better. But if you read this book of invaluable advice, your chances will improve. I am like tongue-tied today. This is a bad day to start a highly narrative reading-based game. Okay, so this is a little bit of a tutorial, which I think is going to be useful because I think this game is probably different from most games. Captains often die. This is not the end. When you die, you'll learn lessons which will help you survive next time. Beware, the layout of the undersea changes with each new captain. But home waters are stable, and islands will only move so far. Legacies. Future captains can inherit some skills, officers, equipment, and money. Over time, you'll find extra items and advantages that allow you to preserve a greater inheritance. Cool. That's great. Exploration is the heart of the game. Risk brings reward. Staying close to London is safe, but eventually you'll run out of fuel and supplies. Exploring and playing port stories will allow you to find secrets and echoes, which you can spend. Speak to your officers to spend secrets on improving your abilities. Spend echoes on equipment. In ports, you find officers in London. So there's two sort of currencies here, and one of them is a skill building currency, and the other one is a equipment currency. Unforgiving mode, damn. Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right. Unforgiving mode is how the game is meant to be played. One autosave updated whenever you reach port and wiped on death. If you're getting frustrated or want a more leisurely exploration, you can switch to Merciful mode. Merciful mode, saving and loading manually, will permanently switch your character to Merciful mode. This will remove the Invictus token, completing the game with the Invictus token intact as a badge of honor. I guess we'll start with it on your prow lamp dispels darkness, reduces terror increase, okay, allows you to find Z marks. Your engines, of course, drive the ship forward into the night. Both your prow lamp and your engines use fuel. More powerful engines use more fuel, but all lamps use fuel at the same rate. Try not to run out of fuel. Note that the Admiralty will compensate you with fuel for port reports. Yeah, Qbert, I think narrative roguelike is the vibe that I am getting. It is more roguelike than I realized. So it seems like that's accurate. Okay, places to explore. Use your Z-Bat Scout. Technically, it's a chiropteroscope. Okay, chiropteroscope, but we're among friends here. It's a Z-Bat Scout. Press Z or click the Z-Bat button at the bottom of the screen. It'll tell you where the nearest undiscovered island is. Be warned, if you're moving, it will give less accurate directions. Pause for most accurate reading. Okay. Good. Mercy machines, finding things, fighting. When your enemy is in the arc of your guns, you'll see the firing solution. Glow around the fire buttons increase. When it's complete, let them have it. You can fire earlier if you like, but may miss. Larger ships may have access to different gun slots. A green glow means your enemy is in the light. Enemy ships also have an arc on their guns. Try to stay out of their way. Enemy Z-Beasts will generally try to ram or bite you, and they'll submerge between times to avoid your attacks. If you're careful and turn your lights off, you may also be able to sneak past them and give them a shot and get a shot in first. All right. It's fighting stories. This is what I care about. When you put into port, you can generally explore and exhaust the story options until your next visit. If you have the something awaits you quality, when at Z, you know that more story is waiting for you when you make it to port. It'll crop up whenever you're sailing around. If you see a flavor message like distant bells, that means you have something awaits. Okay. On terror is the next one. Yeah. Terror increases gradually over time while you're out at Z, away from land. Watch the skull. When you see the orange or red pips, terror will bump up if you spend much longer in the frightening place. Okay, many events will increase it too. How do I reduce it? Use shore leave in London or in other ports, but London is most cost effective to reduce it. Lots and lots of other stories increase or reduce terror. Okay. We'll add new stories to the game from time to time. I think that's just sort of like content in general. Your veteran captain will require no more advice. Very well then, sell this book. Sold. Someone will better appreciate M. Demo's work. You've gained 50 echoes. You no longer have advice for captains. Okay. Oh, this is the same. Got it. Okay. London. She's the greatest city on the Undersea, and don't you forget it. Adopt a Blemigan gallivanter. A Blemigan sits atop a splintered crate, clicking and whistling at captains as they come near. Okay. And again, so we can sort of see how the game is thinking about the state of the world. Each of these is a story. I think that's how I'm understanding the terminology that it's using. Each of the, like, adopt a Blemigan gallivanter, visit the Admiralty's survey office, visit the university. Each of these is a story. And as a player, I am presented with a list of all possible, sort of all available stories, right? And the stories are gated by the world state as indicated by my inventory. So right now I have 0 Blemigan Gallivanters, and that is how this story is unlocked. And I'm going to click go, and something's going to happen. I'm going to end up with 1 Blemigan Gallivanter, and now I'm going to go back to what are all of the available stories. This one's not available anymore because I don't have 0 Blemigan Gallivanters. A lot of how Fallen London works in my memory is this kind of thing. Like you are where doing a story will often have side effects, right? So I will gain or lose some stats or something, but I'll also gain a Blemigan Gallivanter, which may or may not turn out to be useful later. So you extend your hand and the Blemigan leaps on it. Its tendrils entwine with your fingers and it chitters quietly. It meets your gaze and bobs its dome in greeting. It's very small. Is it old enough for naval service? You're pretty sure its mustache has been drawn on in pen in an attempt to look older. As you approach your ship's gangplank, the creature flutes and vibrates with apparent happiness. The bosun winces as you bring it aboard. Okay, sweet. I got a Blemigan. That seems horrifying. Okay, I can't visit the university because I need a secret. I need a secret. I can visit the Admiralty Survey Office, and I might gain favors. Don't know. This is a matter of luck. Will reduce my terror. Might run into trouble or romance. I think I'm going to wait until I have some terror to do that. And I need to pay for it. Okay. Sensible sailors are looking for a safe run to the tomb colonies, or at least a sane run to the southern archipelago. You'll need to buy drinks, spread around hiring fees, look for daredevils. 30 echo. I'm good on that. I could get one more person maybe. It seems like it's probably worthwhile. For repairs, offer passage to a tomb colonist. You are uninvolved with the tomb colonists. I am. Let's do that. An emigrant will pay to be taken north to Vanderbilt. It's oddly difficult to die in Fallen London, but when a Londoner is too tatty and wretched to live, they wrap themselves in bandages and take ship for the tomb colonies. Your crew cart one of these ones aboard in padded coffins. They'll sleep there until the journey is done. The tomb colonist is in your hold. Take them north to the colony of Vanderbilt. Sell them there. Love it. We're gonna do that. We're gonna sell some tomb colonists. And I'm gonna go ahead and do this. They'll pay for information from Z captains. Find out what and how. I don't have any information yet. Ask if there's anything in particular they need. The Admiralty's picket fleets and intelligence networks are long gone. The survey office pays Z captains a small sum for recent information. Yeah, I have no current commission. I'm gonna ask about this. This port. Speak to our agent there and return. Where? Gators mourn in the Corsair's forest, somewhere not far from home waters. Maybe that's a thing that's worth doing first. Visit the port below and return to London. Although I don't know that I can find it. Okay. Can't visit the university. I could hire on more. Oh yeah, let me do that. Sensible sailors. Your tall tales find a ready audience. Scarred and seasoned men and women tramp aboard and find places to sling hammocks. You succeeded in a hearts challenge. The higher the quality, the higher the chance of success. You've lost 30 echo, and you've gained 2 crew. Now I have 10. That seems like a lot. Great. Good. How do I go back? Cool. Lodgings. Read the morning papers. Unexpurgated Gazette. The magazine formerly known as the London Magazine. The Spiteful Trumpeter. News. What's the news? The Echo Bazaar, that enigmatic marketplace, has increased its tax on love stories. The traitor empress has forbidden singing in the street outside her palace. The anarchists of the Calendar Council have inexplicably dynamited a drinking fountain. The Ministry of Public Decency has located and destroyed a nest of gallbladder wasps. I now have one recent news. You know what this... I think they were distant enough in my experience, but this reminds me a lot now of Night Vale. I feel like it's got a similar aesthetic. Obviously, a kind of a different genre style. The like Gothic Victorian is very different than Night Vale, but a similar sort of like creepy glimpses at otherworldly or otherwise strange sorts of things. Okay, I can't visit my study because I don't have one. Okay. I could purchase an elegant townhouse or retire from seafaring life, but not yet. Okay. I have already looked in London. I've looked in my lodgings. Let's look at this passenger. Someone in the docks wants to board your ship. Agree to carry the Gnomic Gallivant to the Cumaean Canal or the Iron and Misery Funging Station, or both. History is a horse. Who will prick it with their spurs? He cries to no one in particular. A drop of blood may be as precious as a ruby. What the heck? Okay. He puffs out his chest. Ruby studs gleam in the lamplight. I knew London had enterprising souls still left in it. I am seeking truths, my lord, which, I am told, I may find in the Iron and Misery Funging Station and the Cumaean Canal. Ideally, I'd learn both, but I could settle for one. For at Port Cecil there will be a contest, and we will change the world with a game of chess. A king will fall. I have no idea what you're talking about, dude, but I will take you on my ship and possibly even to the destination that you want. Oh, okay, so this is where I have all of my story stuff. Here is my ship inventory, my literal hold. Engines, deck weapon, 10 fuel, 5 supplies. If you run out of supplies, hunger will eventually destroy you. Tomb colonist. Invictus token. And recent news. Great. Okay. Journal. Your journal. Objectives and story progress are on the right-hand side. Mouse over an icon and click on a category. Heading to see details. This is like a quest log. Yeah, journal. That makes sense. Okay, I have accomplishments, but not many. I have... There's no... Oh, Almost Safe just doesn't have any description. I welcomed a passenger aboard. Okay, great. Cool. Officers... left click and drag to assign officers, or right click to speak with them. Assigned officers give ability bonuses. I have my... Look at that Blemigan Gallivanter. What a keen little mushroom. That's what that is. Got it. I have a surgeon and a mascot. Oh, I can have... Oh, I have a comatose ferret. I could have a Blemigan Gallivanter. It is worth more in different areas. So I'm going to change it. Now I have +3 mirrors. My mirrors now must be real good, I'm thinking. And then what's happening here? Here you can buy fuel supplies, ship equipment, and trade goods. Shops are displayed on the left. Click 1 to see its wares. Got it. Naval surplus, torpedo components. What is it that I need? Supplies, resources. What is it that prevents me from dying? Crate of human souls. Yikes. Clinking, glowing, and pleading. Provisions. Okay. This is going to be 5, so I can buy 5 supplies for 20 echoes. I'm going to do that. Nope. I bought 1. About 1 supplies for 20 echoes. Okay. Foxfire candles. I don't know what those are. I'm gonna buy 1 of those so that I have it, and then I'm gonna buy, I don't know, 2 of those. How much money do I have now? 40. All right, here we go. Is this current ship? No, I don't want to trade. I want to go to sea. London's currency is the Echo. To earn money, explore the map, bring back port reports and treasures. You can trade too, but exploration stories are much more profitable. Click the launch button to leave port. Where's the launch button? Huh. Oh, down here. Got it. Okay. And I am using keyboard keys to turn. Where's my fuel? Oh god, my fuel is going down really, really fast. Okay. Discovered bad stimulars, abyss. 50 fragments. I don't know what the hell a fragment is. I'm losing fuel at an alarming rate. Is this... what is this? Is that a enemy? Do I have no... oh no, that's terror. Okay. I have 11 refills. Got it. I thought this was a bar of my 11. Full power to the engines. I wanted to, like, talk to those people. Hold on. I can't do that, can I? Alright, well, let's just keep going. What's this over here? I wanted to talk to this other boat. Okay. Here we go. Here's an enemy ship, or something. You've encountered an opponent. The red arc shows the range of your deck gun. Keep the enemy in range while your crew works out a firing solution. This will happen faster if you keep the enemy in your prow light. The deck gun will be highlighted as your crew makes progress towards a firing solution. Press space or close the tutorial to continue. Okay. Here we go. How'd that go? Oh, it's ramming me. Oh, I see. That's its health bar. Okay. Dang it! Oh, so close. Okay, what did that do to me? I just need to, like, evaluate. Do I have a health bar? I have a hull. It's at 60 out of 75. Okay. Alright, so that did some damage. But not too much. And how's my terror? My terror is 1. I did this. When you see green running lights on the ship, you're in the dark and your crew's terror will increase. Watch the pips on the terror indicator. Increases faster when you're far from land. Don't let it reach 100. You receive fragments when you discover new places. Acquire enough of them and you'll gain a secret. You can use secrets to improve your captain's skills by talking to officers or for some key stories. And I defeated an opponent, moved to the side of their demise to salvage something. Oh, and 1 is a hotkey. Got it. 1 is a hotkey. Good to know. I found a Gilliflower's End. The Gilliflower, is it a young jellyfish? A lesser subspecies? Do the dreams of jellyfish become real? In any case, now it's a sad slick of goo dissolving into the Z. Perhaps you can eat it, or better yet, perhaps your sailors can, or watch its colors fade. I'm okay on food right now. Let me try this. I have 1 Z story. Sweet. From above, the Gilliflower's cap does look a little like a woman's face. She dissolves like smeared paint. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna go to Flitterstone Isle. Because that's a place. Suffered 8 damage. Oh, from the fight. Okay, can I like dock here? Did I just hit it? I did. I lost a hull for that. Damn. How do I... Discovered Shepherd Isles. Chart. How would I go about, like... If I go in here, is that something? Look for circles of light. Like that one? That little circle? Alright, let's try that. Oh, that's a lighthouse that I was probably supposed to see on my approach, but I didn't. I discovered Wolf's Rift. I'm gaining fragments all over the place. What was that ding? Is that me starting a new fuel? Ah, okay. To visit this port, click the dock button. Where's the dock button? Oh, it's the prominent one that doesn't look like a button because it's too prominent. Okay. Alright, I did a thing. Shepherd Isles. Of course, the bearded watchman tells you, there are no actual shepherds on the Shepherd Isles. Sheep are mostly illegal here. No, indeed, it's just the name of the gentleman that found the islands. Greybeard, sitting in the village square, nods solemnly. No sheep, one says. Plenty of tales. Ask us anything. A picnic at the Standing Stones. Tales of the Standing Stones. Tales of the Three Graves. Tales of Thornwell Croft. The rest of the Z. I can compile a port report. Engage an officer, sigil-ridden navigator. Let me guide your ship. Ooh, that seems... I like that. I need 50 echo. I only have 40. Okay. What is... I need 5 echoes for this. I might as well do that. Unlocked when something awaits you, stores await you when you next make port. Okay. So if I do... Is it... Do I just get one of these? I'm going to try this one. It's expensive. The bearded villagers will sell you mutton stew and kefir and stone bottles of cold, fresh spring water and row you over to the stones. Alright, well, let's try it. Your sailors watch the fireflies shimmer, swap shanties, pass around the grog, and shy stones at the more vampirically inclined Zebats. Grasses nod in the breeze. Across the dark water, the lights of Abbey Rock glow watchfully. You've lost 2 terror. New total is 0. You've lost 5 echo, and that's all for now. Okay. So I can only do 1 story. And maybe I should have done one that was free. Okay, let's compile a report. Surface roiling like the porridge pot, up with the roar of steam and flash of fire. 3 widows swimming, tentacles. And then we saw His Highness. There is rather a lot of this material. Okay, I have a port report, which seems useful. I'm going to look at shops. Harbor provisions. A sluggish and hostile merchant squints warily. Few goods of indifferent quality are available. I can buy fuel. I see. I have 8. I have 4 supplies. Oh man, I could get that navigator if I sold some of my precious fuel and supplies. Be bold, says Joseph Conrad. Of course, I did just buy these for like a ton of money, and then I'm going to sell them for much less. Maybe I'll just wait. Maybe I won't buy anything now, and I'll come back to Fieldhaven. Okay, here's a chart. So I went pretty much due east. And I don't know what all of these little symbols are, but... Is that a tutorial? Most icons have keyboard shortcuts. Okay. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna head north. Discovered Thornwell Croft. Oh, that was earlier. Okay. Oh no, that was right now. There's Thornwell Croft right there. But there's no place for me to dock because there's no circle of light. Alright, I'm heading out into sea. I see some light up here. Is that... Are these like buoys? They seem like they're buoys. Here's a little island. Uh-oh. That's something bad. Okay. Here the wilder airs mingle with the airs of the near reaches. Demo's Gate, named after a navigator lost above. How did his bones come below? Alright, I got some fragments, but I also am getting, attacked. So let's... do this. that work? Alright, that worked okay. What'd I get? I destroyed a pirate steam pinnace. The ship is yours. What will you do with her? Loot and scuttle her. She's a vile old vessel, and these seas aren't safe. Take what you can and move on. So that's the only option I have, but it sort of suggests that in the future that might not be the only option that I have. These pinnaces don't sail far from their hidden harbors, but there's something at the back of her hold. I finished opening a cache of curiosities, and I got a box full of mystery. And inside is a bolt of fabric. Shake it out a little and let it glimmer into the light. Spider silk. You can find spider silk in London, of course. There are troubles there with sorrow spider infestation, like anywhere in the Neath, obviously. But for real quality, you need to go east to the Canate, or to the fang-bristling fastness of Savior's Rocks. Alright, I have a bolt of spider silk. The Phosagene Bleaks. Oh, Iron Misery Company Funging Station. This is a place I wanted to go. Alright, sweet. I'm down to 3 supplies. Don't crash, don't crash. Okay. Let's dock. I&M has a funger operation here, felling giant bulbous shrooms for building materials, harvesting curuli for its medicinal properties. It's a desperate little outpost of something like civilization. Up puffs the affable Factor. Oh, hello, Captain. Thank God for visitors. We'd go quite mad out here otherwise. Ah ha 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 ha. Quite mad. How can we be of assistance? Stand in the right place at the right time for the gnomic gallivant. Tea with the Factor. So this is something awaits you. So I can do one of these something awaits you. This has something to do with the bandaged poissonniere, which I don't know what that is. This one's free. This one is costs me 1 echo. Oh, but I can't do it because I have too much crew. And I can also compile a port report. Some of the island's fungus is good to eat. Some is poisonous, hallucinogenic, or mischievous. Good luck. Okay, fantastic. Well, I'm definitely going to do this. I don't know what Ruby writing is. I don't like comedians. I'm a very serious man. But we agree on one thing. Timing. That's why I'm breaking into the Factor's home and why I need you to distract him till I found a special itinerary. What? Alright, I didn't know I was getting into this. It just so happens that you bump into the Factor on his walk home. What a happy coincidence. You couldn't possibly manage this entire picnic basket by yourself. Overjoyed to have company, he joins you on a bench for the next hour, merrily eating sandwiches. You take your leave once you have seen the Gallivant pass by. Back on your deck, the Gallivant laughs jovially. His rubies wink in the light. Iron and Misery will be sending a representative to the contest in Port Cecil. There's a full itinerary for all the events tailored for every attendee. I have the dictator's moves mapped. Okay. Gnomish Gallivant discovered the whereabouts of his target. And then I guess I'm going to go with this one. An interlude. You sit on the veranda of the Factor's house, looking out over the fungal jungle. That's good. The expanse of green and sour gold. The air is thick with hovering spores. The scones are stale. Even the tea has a hint of mildew. But the Factor is good company. He shares odd stories about the ice and roses of Irem, the monstrosities of the Sea of Lilies, and a little restaurant in Venderblight where he enjoyed the most extraordinary seafood. Venderbite. I know I never met a tomb colonist who could cook, but you must visit the place. Do you know it? Hopefully I will, because I have a tomb colonist to take there. He also has a load of Bolligus frond carted aboard your ship. He waves away your thanks. I have eaten so much of the stuff I fear I might be transformed entirely into fungus. He leans confidently toward you. It happens, you know. But one does have to eat rather a lot of it first. Of course. I have 9 fragment. I gained 1 supply, and now I have 3. Gosh, I need more supplies. Alright, well, let's go to here, and I can buy 1 of these. Yikers. Well, I was hoping that my where is my passenger? Not pictured. Journal, maybe? Tomb colonists. This ruby writing. The gnomic Gallivant. I was hoping he would give me some money, but he didn't. So, no shipyard available. Okay, that's fine. I wanted to maybe repair, but I'm doing okay. So I will just continue. And now I have 4 food, and you're low on supplies. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Your hull is damaged. You can repair it in London or at Z by clicking the repair button. Repairs at Z are slow and consume supplies. Well, that's bad. So I want to see if I can get to where the tomb colonists want to go. Which I think is north. Khanate is like a sultanate, maybe. Khanate. Map is made up of tiles, and they're arranged semi-randomly at the start. That makes sense. Is this... No, this is a new place. Tanashuk. There's audio associated with it. Where? Who? Who's... Oh, in the... Shoot. In the fog? Why does it seem like there's an enemy? Okay, I got away from them, maybe? Venderbite. This is where I wanted to go. Okay, I'm gonna dock. You've brought this decaying emigrant north. Now what? It's everything I imagine, he tells you breathlessly, but there's someone missing. Please bring her to me. What? She went off to the Mangrove College. She needed to get out of London, but Venderbite is just as safe as the college, and I'll wager she's bored of mud by now. Look for the shady sort in the Mangrove College, somewhere in the south of the Undersea, of course. Bring a shady sort to Venderbite. You've lost 1 tomb colonist. Alright. On deck, you can hear the sound of 1,000 bandaged dead as they shuffle and cough. It's something like the world's most restless concert audience or the world's most plague-ridden cathedral. Visit a certain little restaurant. I do know about a restaurant. I only have 5 echoes, so I don't know about this. At the twisty tip of an odd little side street, welcoming yellow light glows from the gilt-lettered window of a restaurant. The sign reads, "Vengeance of Jonah." A beefy tomb colonist bustles up. A gray mustache pokes impertinently out from under his bandages. "Come in, come in." A bandaged poissonnier at Venderbite seeks passage with a Z-captain sympathetic to intrepid cuisine. Interesting. You've found the Vengeance of Jonah, and I've lost 1 terror. New total is 1. Okay, so I had gained some because of all of the fighting that I did. Or maybe just sailing around. Vengeance of Jonah. It's a cramped little place, but much better lit than most places in the tomb colonies. The sense of the dishes are multitudinous and extraordinary. Multitudinous. That makes sense. Are they good? They might be. They might be good. It's difficult to tell. I don't have any money, unfortunately. Good Lord, I don't have any money. I don't have a strange catch. Okay, can't do any of that. I don't have the shady sort, so never mind. Okay, but I can. I don't have enough terror for this. I can explore Venderbite or gather gossip. And I can't do that, right? This is something awaits. This is the only something awaits you that I can do. Okay, let's do that. Here they favor candlelight over gaslight. The shadows are swagged, like cobwebs. The tomb colonists stand still enough to be mistaken for sculpture until they laugh or cough. 1 building in 3 seems abandoned. A withered garden. Dead fir trees have carpeted a little park with old brown needles. A little group of tomb colonists stands around another lying on a bench. Unexpectedly, you find yourself reminded of physicians and midwives at a birthing couch. The colonist on the bench, he's old, withered to sticks, groans horribly, though the fir needles deaden the sound. Something moves in his chest like a sea creature surfacing or a butterfly breaching a cocoon. The other colonists spot you and close ranks around him. "Stay back, silk skin," one hisses. This is his breaking out. Your time will come. There is a kind of rapture in her voice. What the hell? I certainly gained a tale of terror and a terror to go with it and several fragments and okay, and can I also can I like gather gossip? Along the coast of the Untersea, it's remarkably hard to die. Oh, I have a port report. Great. Okay, good. And then what is the first curator? The first curator is responsible for the preservation of the tomb colonies. It has been here much longer than London, like all of the oldest tomb colonists. But even tomb colonists dissolve in the end. Its time is close. Let's do it. No more light, the obsequious steward cautions you. The curator is terribly afraid of moths. He opens the door and you step into near darkness. A pair of luminous lamplighter bees buzz in a latticed ivory tube. There is no other source of light. The bandaged shape, no larger than a child, lies crumpled on a couch. It lifts its head with obvious effort. It takes several seconds for you to distinguish its voice from the soft buzz of the bees. Z Captain Silkskin, not much left of me. I will go into the Grand Sanatorium. Bring me colors, 7 colors. Pay well. Okay, so I could get... Okay. Listen to the... Okay, so this seems like things I can do, like, in order. 7 colors. Cosmogon, Irigo, Pelican. Stewart has a list. Find them here and there across the wide Black Sea. This sounds like it's going to be hard. And I have no money left. My supplies are running low. Oh, Silkskin, you don't want to know. The chuckling becomes a cough. We don't die here below, not unless we go to Z. So we needed something else, somewhere to end. The Grand Sanatorium. I will take this, I guess. I got a page from the Neath Bow. Aposian. Blue memory of the brightest coral. Cosmogon, Gant, Irigo, Pelican, Violent. Violent ink is employed for the most desperate treaties. And Viric. Okay. I'm definitely not going to find all those things. And I have no money to buy stuff. Oh, I can sell recent news. Outlying colonies are often eager for this. You can't collect more than one at a time. Alright, I will sell that, though. I could have sold my tomb colonist. Interesting. I did not know that. That sounds like it's bad. Okay. Well, so I could... Okay, here's the thing. Is I just got a text message that sounds like there's a problem. Okay, we might need to end this early. It's only 3:08, but I think I need to go handle something. Tomorrow, I am going to be streaming as part of the USC Games Expo Preview Day. I think this is the thing that I just got a text message about. The plan is for me to stream from 2:30 to 4:30. I'm only playing a couple of games during that time, but there will be other games being presented. It should be fun if you want to come hang out with me. It's going to be fast-paced. How do I... I'm not using supplies, am I? I'm going to... Quit to title screen. Right, that's going to save for me. Manual save. Can I manual save? Nope. Auto saves whenever you dock and whenever you die. Oh. Can I... Hold on. Can I launch and then dock and it saves my game? Great. Then we're done. The actual, like, the main event of the USC Games Expo is on Saturday, and Day 9 is going to be hosting the first couple of hours of it, starting, I think, at 1... I'm gonna have to... I'll post the schedule on Twitter. Definitely check that out. There's a ton of games that will be shown there. Quite frankly, like, you can come to the preview and watch the preview and then watch on Saturday and you will probably see totally different stuff. Because because there's going to be several channels of it. Should be a lot of fun. I'm going to be playing in one of the tabletop games, I think Saturday evening. Post more details about that on Twitter. But yeah, I'll be around as part of that event tomorrow and Saturday. And then next week, my plan, unless things go drastically awry, is to do some extra afternoon streaming, just because the semester's over and I have a little bit of time to do that before I have to dig into the summer semester stuff. So that will be at the usual time, 2 o'clock Pacific, all week next week is the plan, starting on Monday. So that will be my next stream, and we'll continue with Sunless Sea for at least a while, and see like what a run looks like, and if we can, discover some of the mysteries of this world. It is a different model, right? Like a lot of today I feel like was wrapping my head around how this game works, and so I think it'll get smoother as it goes, but even this was fun. So we'll do that, and then Monday is obviously mostly walking. So sorry. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, be well, and I'll see you tomorrow, this weekend, Saturday, or Monday, or some other time. Bye.